fucking your Muggs albums, the one you just dropped, and
It's different from the first one.
completely, and the beats you picked for the. Did you pick those beats, or were those beats? Did he send like a larger pack, or did he send those beats directly to you?
Well, nah. First of all, everything we cook up in person, so there's no like.
Oh, it's all you do it all in all right. Do you go out there to do it?
Well, we did both albums in Colombia. Most of both albums, we just went to Colombia and did them.
Oh, so you recorded those in Colombia?
Yeah.
Not that makes sense because I don't know what that even means, but it does because it's such like a natural, unlike anything else.
Yeah, nah. So, but that's just like him playing mad shit and just, and we always do like a lot of shit when we do an album. There's probably like off this album, there's probably like, I don't know, maybe 8-10 songs that we took off to either never put out or put on something else. You know what I'm saying?
Why'd you guys go to Colombia to record the first time?
Actually, I don't know. I don't know if there's like a rhyme or reason. It was mad organic. I remember having only met him one time prior. It was the only time we had met, and we worked and we did a couple songs in LA. First time I met him. And I remember the album with Skiz, Wet Dirt, was about to come out. And I had been working like nonstop from like the first album up until the Skiz album. And, like shows, traveling. It was just a lot. So I had like not been to Colombia in 12 years. So I was like, yo, I'm gonna go to Colombia and chill out for a little bit and try to recharge. I don't want to burn myself out.
Yeah.
And it had crossed my mind to like invite Muggs because in talking, we had talked a lot about traveling and, like just coming from where I'm from, you don't meet that many like worldly people or people who are down to get on a plane at the drop of a dime.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, maybe I'll let him know and see if he wants to pull up. You know what I'm saying? I'll show him around. And then I remember like maybe a couple days later, he hits me up and before I was going to mention it. And before I could even say anything, he was like, yo, you have family in Colombia, right? And I was like, why are you asking? Why are you asking? And that was it. He was like, yo, we out. I was like, okay, let's go. Let's do the album over there.
So how long did that album take to make the first time when you were out there?
I mean, look, granted, we did a couple songs on that album. We did like from our first session together in LA. You know what I'm saying? But most of it we did in Colombia.
And you did that for the newest one too? You went out there?
Same thing, yeah. Like we had songs that we had maybe done, like Tony Tucci we did in LA. But most of the album, I would say like 80% of the album got recorded in Colombia in both cases, and we spend about a week. And that's not really a full week being spent on recording because we're chilling, we're doing videos.
Yeah.
So if I had to like talk about the time spent, probably like 2-3 days, if that, to do all the recording.
Damn. And then how'd the Stove God feature come together for that?
We were just thinking about, I was thinking about who I wanted to, put on the album. Like, because when we did the second album, I know for me, like, I wanted to make it feel like different than the first album, but a cousin, like I wanted you to see the thread that weaves the two together. So in doing that, I was thinking about how I wanted the art to feel similar. I wanted the features to be similar in the sense that like the first album had 2 features. One of them was someone from my camp, and another one was someone who I was really fucking with at the moment. So I brought that to the second album. So that's why on the second album, I have RLX on the track, and then when it was coming down to who I thought should be that feature that's not part of my crew,
yeah,
the Stove was like a no-brainer.
No-brainer. Yeah, he's had a killer 2 years
for sure.
And I just saw him on tour too with Conway, and he killed it.
Dope.